Welcome back to the channel. We have something we're going to share with you today, and what is it?
Well, like it's a springtime day here in Southern California. We got a lot of wind outside, so we're inside getting ready for our next ride. We're going to show them how to do a 3-hole oil change today. It's going to be great.
So I guess with that, I'm going to have to take my hat off and put it on the shelf because we're going to get dirty.
So let's get started. For us, we like to use Maxima oil.
Yes, there it is.
Talk to us about what you like to use when you're changing your oil.
Well, this is all you need to do this oil change. One, start with gloves, protect your hands, keep things neat and clean. That's very important. We have all the oil we need, primary transmission. You'll need a funnel, 2 wrenches, one for the primary cover and one to drain the oil. Oil filter, it's a 17 on the Maxima oil filter. The Pro filter, PF171B.
And what's that for?
That little screwdriver right there.
So we like to put the paper towel or a shop rag under the filter when you're taking that off to help stop the drainage down through the bike. We mentioned Maxima. They have a quick change kit, which is just your oil change. What we're showing you today is their 3-hole oil change kit. It comes with 5 quarts of oil, the primary and transmission. Actually, you'll get 2 primaries. It will come with the oil filter and 3 oil rings. So everything that you need to do the bike. We also like a contact cleaner to clean things up. But you know what? It makes it simple and easy, and you can get that all at 2LaneLife.com.
So usually when you're doing an M8 bagger like we have, you have 5 quarts of oil, but it's 4.5. It's 1 full quart of this and 1 full quart of this for the tranny. We also like to document what we do. I know there's a lot of younger guys out there, they can just do this in their iPhone. I like to write it down so I know exactly what I did from day 1 till right now.
Well, I use my iPhone, so I'm not that young.
Well, you're younger than me.
Well, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Well, first things first, what are you doing?
Oil drain pan has to go under the bike, and you got to remember to remove the plugs so it doesn't overflow on you, because that can be a problem. We have all the tools that we need. We have some rags. We want to keep everything clean and nice, so we're going to go under there, drop both the plugs, one for the tranny and one for the oil. This is the oil plug, faces forward. I didn't take the dipstick out yet, so the oil doesn't just run out.
All right, so that's the oil plug. Where's the transmission plug?
Right here.
So sometimes with all the grime, it's hard for people to see where these things are. Yours look like you're keeping them pretty clean, probably because you change your oil often. Let's see if that liquid gold, ooh, look at that.
Both drain plugs are identical. Inspect the O-rings. You do not have to change them every single time if you don't have one. These were changed last time. They looked really good, so I'm just going to put them back in when everything's drained out.
Sounds good, and it looks like we're getting to the slow pour, so do you want to release both of the dipsticks?
Yes. Bingo, it's out.
So we like to let those drain for a little bit.
You keep your stuff organized and clean on the rag, and it just goes back in nice. Look at, there's hardly any metal on there. I wiped it off a little bit, but these things look great.
All right, so we've moved on to the primary side.
Yes, we have. We're going to loosen this nut here. We're going to drop this oil before we take the cover off. That's looking good as well.
Pretty clean,
Pretty clean. I don't know if you can see it in there, but
how's the O-ring on that one?
Beautiful. Just going to clean it off. I like to clean these up and make them nice. Keep everything where it came from, so when you replace it, everything goes right back together really smooth. It's also a good time to check your bike out and clean up some little dirty spots, and you get to know everything.
Well, I noticed you were kind of moving the easy shift and your shift levers. What are you doing there?
Oh, these guys right here?
Yep.
I just inspect them and make sure everything's tight and everything is how it's supposed to be. They hold up pretty great, so I'm happy with how it is right now.
That's what we do.
Take all these off, place them on the rag. I like to leave the top one up there so it holds it on while you're doing your work here. Keep the cover, you have the rag down here, keeping everything clean. The cover will go on that so it doesn't get scratched up.
And there's a gasket behind that primary cover as well, right?
There is. It's
so we
the
take
orange.
A look at that.
The orange factory one. And I usually inspect that, and if I need to change it, I will. They last a long time because they don't get a lot of heat in them. Now, one thing to remember, I mean, we're changing this oil just like you would do in your garage if you didn't have a lift. Obviously, we don't have a lift, but I prefer changing the oil not on a lift because you can get to the 2 drain holes underneath very easy. There she is. There's that ring. It looks really nice. I'm probably going to leave this alone this time.
Well, while you're at it, why don't you grab that heat? I'll grab it because you got gloves on. That heat shield. A lot of times your heat shields and those brackets come loose from all the riding you do. That sounds great. Everything's tight there. Looks like we're pretty dry down below, so we'll probably set those plugs back in here and work our way back around the bike.
So we are ready. We put the plug in the bottom, so that's done. And what we like to do is wipe everything off, keep everything clean, inspect everything. This looks so good. So it's ready to put the oil in it and put this back on, and this side will be done.
So we're putting the primary oil back in with the filter. Usually we'll lean this up against the garage, or if you have a buddy, they can hold the bike upright for you so it doesn't pour out. And we have a buddy.
I'm the buddy.
What's going on over there?
Getting ready to, you know, funnel's easier. We've done it without a funnel. Funnel makes your life a little easier.
And how many quarts do you put in that primary? You said it earlier, but what is it?
1 quart will do the trick.
1 quart. Well, let's get that derby cover on, and we'll move over to the oil filter.
You know, I have put derby covers on upside down before.
I've seen that. So you start with the top one again, like you finished with the top one.
Yeah, I like the top one because guess what? It holds everything in place.
There you go.
Can move on to the next. When you're ready to tighten everything up, don't over tighten it. These bolts can strip very easy. So just kind of go crisscross around, get it nice and snug, and you're good to go.
So we are moving to the oil filter. There are 2 pieces of equipment we neglected to tell you. We like to have the short extension and a longer extension. I'm going to turn the camera. As you can see, Lance is putting shop rags underneath the oil filter. What size socket are they using for this?
This is a 17. And
17 millimeter, right?
And that is because of the nut that's on top of the oil filter is a 17.
So let's go to it.
So you have your extension, this and that. You got to get by all this stuff.
And one of the tricks of the trade is we like to kind of hold this down with one hand, the shift levers, to get in there a little bit, especially as that oil filter comes out.
And there it
put
comes.
that on.
A guy with muscles, man.
Yeah, it's a little tight.
We're gonna have our buddy Paul lift up the bike. Again, when we're outside, we're inside today, but when we're outside, we will do the same thing, leaning it up against a garage door with the handlebar locked and holding it up. Okay. The filters come in black or chrome. I'm using black today. Here's the nut, here's the socket.
Well, before you go in, we normally run a bead of oil around this gasket?
I did.
Okay, good.
It's already ready to go.
And we usually pour about 1/4 of a quart in the filter itself and let it sit, which we did as well.
You got to kind of get it in here like this. Once it's in, then you can go ahead, put the wrench on, and you're good to go.
All right, so you buttoned everything up on the bottom there. What are you doing there?
I'm gonna fill up the transmission right now.
Liquid gold. He filled that up with 1 quart. He's got the Allen wrench. Gonna put that plug back in. And then what, you're moving back to the oil?
And I'm gonna do the oil, yes.
And you mentioned as we started, how many quarts are you gonna put in there?
We usually put 4.5 quarts in. We run it for a little bit and check it. It's usually okay, and sometimes you have to top off a teeny bit.
And for these M8s, we've found that we like to be about 2 lines before the top on the side stand. When you see at the very top, we like to be 2 buttons down. So let's see what you got there with some of the Maxima. What are you running, 20-weight-50?
2050, we love this oil. It's good stuff. And our bikes run smooth and nice, real clean and crisp.
Well, we finished your bike. Did you mark your miles?
We're gonna mark the miles. We finished the bike. Oil change is done. We're gonna just have some fun and go ride now. But one more thing, we talked about the book.
There it is.
Don't forget to mark down and log your stuff.
So before you run off and have fun, we still have another bike to do.
Hey, well, let's change some more oil in.
Well, and just usually it takes us about 30 to 45 minutes to change the oil. It's really more simple than you think, and we'll do mine really quickly. We did most of the filming with Lance's bike. So we'll move on and we'll get my bike done lickety-split.
But just like he said, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And you know what? Then you know your bike, and you know if you find any loose bolts or nuts or anything like that, you kind of get to know your bike when you maintain your bike. And it's a good thing to do. And don't forget, you got an air filter and you got tire pressure and all that other stuff.
So let's break for lunch. We'll come back and do my bike real quick and we'll close this thing out. So that's nice and clean. That O-ring looks good. Just dropped the oil. I'm gonna run in and do the tranny at the same time. All right, we're gonna drop the transmission, and this is gonna be a way different color. Here we go. Boom. It's actually got a little bit of milk to it. We're gonna look at that a little closely. Got a little bit of, not too bad though, little shavings. Clean that off. It's also got a little bit of milk to it because I only ran it up and down the parking lot. It's not super hot, which you usually should get these things a little bit warmer. So everything's fine. There's not a lot of shaving, so we're good to go there. We're gonna uncork dipsticks on both the oil and the transmission. There goes the oil.
Nope, she's pretty thin.
She's thin.
She's good.
I'm gonna lay that right here and then look at the transmission. It's probably gonna be the same. Clean that off. We're good to go. We'll let those sit, dry out for a little bit. I'll move over to the primary side.
This stuff right here, this is liquid gold.
In goes the transmission. Next up, we'll drop oil, 4.5 quarts into the bike. Let her run a little bit. Take her home. Check it when I get home, and we'll see if she's at the right levels. The Maxima 2050, 2850. We've run this oil for about 4.5 years. Had 0 issues. Bikes run great, cool, but super simple. I mean, I've done this. We're 35 minutes in, so that was with a little break. So it's not that hard, guys. Get your bikes fixed. Put your own oil. Check the looseness of the parts that are around it. Know your bike well.
It's definitely not a bad thing to do. Keep that maintenance up on your bike.
And there's the telephone, so we do work at the shop.
Yeah, we are always working.
It's not a bad thing when you're an older guy like me, almost turning 60. If you pan down, I've got a little knee pad that I'm sitting on, or kneeling on. Actually pretty damn comfortable. Never tried it before, but it works great.
Well, we don't do these things on the lifts. We just choose to do them on the ground because it keeps us young, Keep the oil change, we stay younger, life's good.
Oh, and one other thing, when we were doing this earlier, I said put 1/4 quart in your oil filter and let it saturate. It doesn't take 1/4 quart. So I know someone will point that out earlier in the vlog, but I'm correcting that. Just put a little bit in, fill the filter up to its top, and let it sit for a minute while you're letting everything drain and soak up the oil. It's a good best practice.
So that's a wrap. That's how you do a 3-hole oil change. We did 2 bikes today. What do you think?
Shop time, it's fun. We've been doing this for about 12 years, actually, wrenching on our own bikes, and so kind of brings back memories of doing that. But we've got all your goods. We've got these Maxima oil kits at 2LaneLife.com. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something, and you can do this stuff. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and you get to know your bike. It's a good thing to do. Then when you're riding it, it's yours. You know what I mean? So do your oil change.
So 2LaneLife.com. Subscribe, make comments. We appreciate that and appreciate all the support. With that, we'll see you down the road.